Michael Morales and Trevin Giles in the welterweight division. If we look right here, Trevin Giles has been fighting some very solid guys. The last fight he had was Driscoll Duplessis in the middleweight division, one of the greatest prospects right now and middleweight outside of the UFC rankings. Before that, he was on a 3-fight win streak. James Krause beat him in a very close split decision at middleweight. Then he beat Bavon Lewis in a third round knockout at the middleweight division. Then he beat Roman Aleksei in a unanimous decision in the middleweight division. If you see where I'm going with this, a lot of these fights were in the middleweight division. I think it's a very good move for Trevin Giles to move down to the welterweight division because he was honestly pretty small for that middleweight division. He's going to be a pretty big guy at the welterweight division, but overall, I do believe the wrestling and grappling is going to be very even. I believe the striking is going to be even. I believe every facet of this fight are going to be very even. But Michael Morales, Trevin Giles, I would say the kicking game is very even as well. I mean, it's so tough to really give an advantage to either guy, but Trevin Giles' his body kicks, his leg kicks, his high kicks, they've all been shown to be pretty solid. I mean, every time he lands that body kick, like he did against Driscoll Duplessis, it snapped. Every time it's like, boom, it's like a really hard shot. Michael Morales, the exact same thing. Very elusive striker, a lot of body kicks, a lot of front kicks, a lot of leg kicks. The kicking game, I would say, is 50-50, but the boxing game, I'm going to go Michael Morales. Some of you might actually disagree with that one, but I'm going to go Michael Morales as he is going to have the 5-inch reach advantage. The speed is pretty even. The power is pretty even as well, but I do believe with that reach advantage, they have pretty similar movement. They have pretty similar speed, pretty similar power, but with that reach advantage does come a lot of things. Trevin is going to have to close that distance, and when that does happen, Michael's going to keep on pumping that jab out on Trevin Giles, keep on pumping the 1-2 at, and if Trevin Giles does come too close, makes them a takedown. We saw him many times against Oliveira literally just go down, get the body lock, and just throw him over his shoulder and take him down that way. He's got really good trip takedowns, really good just pick up and slam takedowns. He's a very solid wrestler and grappler as well. So I do believe Michael Morales is going to be better in terms of the wrestling and grappling, and I do believe he'll be better in terms of the boxing. The kickboxing, it could be very even, but I do believe boxing, wrestling, and grappling does go Michael Morales. I don't see a finish here. I mean, Michael Morales he's gotten a lot of finishes in his career. I believe that Oliveira fight being a decision was probably a shock to a lot of people because that was only his second decision win along with a win over Leonardo Belanto, or however you say the name, and this guy is a very legit guy with 16 wins and 4 losses. So this fight, I think, is going to go to a decision. I know the only 3 losses of Trevin Giles have been finishes, guillotine, and a knockout from Driscoll, but I think the fight goes all the way. Michael is better in every facet of the game, pretty even in the kickboxing, but other than that, he's slightly better than Trevin Giles everywhere else. So I'm going to go the undefeated 22.5-year-old prospect who's going to be lengthier, more powerful, more fast, better wrestler, better grappler, all that good stuff. So my prediction right there, Michael Morales by a 30-27 decision. Really good fight in the welterweight division.